Welcome to Calming Confectionery. I'm Janina Hamilton, and I'm here to help you explore strategies, share inspiring stories, and provide practical tips to help you overcome self-doubt and limiting beliefs, and set and pursue ambitious goals with confidence, all while avoiding burnout. Whether you're growing a business, building a passion project, or working on your personal goals, this space is for you. So let's dive in, silence your inner critic, and create the life you've always wanted, all while taking care of yourself along the way. Welcome back to the Calming Confectionery podcast. I am so excited that you are here and back. I really do appreciate you tuning in every other week. It means so much to me. And now that we've got video, it just feels like I'm able to learn and connect with you more. So I'm really appreciative if you are watching this on YouTube. If you are listening, I am also really appreciative of you tuning in on wherever you listen to your podcast. I'll also include the YouTube link to this video in the show notes, just so that you can take a look at it and just see more about, how I move, what I look like, all of that. But I wanted to talk about something today that gets talked about a lot, like a lot, all over the internet. I think I'm just really starting to address the things that people just talk about and spout about on the internet, and really pulling it back down to what is the reality of that? Do you really need to do all of that? Is that actually helpful? Is that actually going to make your day better, make your life better? So today we're going to talk about morning and evening routines. Yes, morning and evening routines. I know for a long time I struggled with this. Before I got married, it wasn't a big deal. I didn't even think about what was my morning and evening routine going to be, because all I had to do was worry about myself, so it didn't really matter much. My work was kind of planned out for me. So, when you go to work, you just kind of do, right? But when you work from home, even if you work for a company and you have a specific time that you have to start and a specific time that you have to end, you still need to regulate your nervous system. And that's really the purpose of a morning routine, is to get into your day in a way that feels good to you, and to end your day in a way that feels good to you, so that you're not waking up and getting right into the day and not knowing, or not addressing anything personally for yourself before you start work or after you end work. A lot of times that includes, especially after work, a lot of TV or like Instagram scrolling, YouTube scrolling, whatever that might be. And we want to just address what is something that you can do different that doesn't take a whole lot of time, because let's face it, none of us have a whole lot of time. I mean, you can get to that point where you start getting up earlier or whatever, but that millionaire 45 minutes with your cup of coffee and writing out your whole list and all of this, doing all of that stuff in the morning before you get started, that is unrealistic especially if you are just now starting to figure out what you want to do, or that you even want to have a morning or evening routine. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, is how can you condense a morning routine and an evening routine into something that still accomplishes the same purpose, but takes less than 5 minutes. Yes, that can happen. It can happen. So we'll start by talking about the fact that I am rereading Atomic Habits. I felt like it was appropriate. I read, what was it called? Oh, The Power of Habit, which came out before Atomic Habits. It's kind of like the unofficial sequel to it. And I really am happy that I'm reading Atomic Habits again, because there were some things that I missed in it that I felt like I could really start using in my life again, and also help you with. And one of those things was the principle of addition by subtraction. So adding to efficiency, adding to the overall goal by taking things away. And that's what I want to do and talk about with your morning and your evening routine. So something I decided to do even before I read this was write down my goals. I mean, I revisit my goals quite frequently, almost on a weekly basis, just to make sure that I'm looking at what I'm doing. How are my habits helping me? Are they helping me? Do I need to change, modify, and all of that? And so I finally sat down again and just was like, okay, from the beginning of the quarter to now, what was it that I wanted to accomplish? How close am I? What will my day look like when I have accomplished that particular goal? So I wrote that down, and also not just what would my day look like, but how would I feel when that happened? Like, what are the emotions behind that as well? Because we have to really feel the why behind we're doing something. Because if we don't have a connection, a why, then it's not going to happen. Like, that's just the bottom line. It's not going to happen. So we want to get down into why you feel that way, that why you feel that this particular thing is so important to you. And then I just went ahead and recorded what my day would look like on my phone using a voice memo. And I listen to it every morning. So I know that right now I do have a longer morning routine than that 90 seconds that is. But it was super easy for me to add that into my morning routine. Like that, I look forward to every day listening to what my life is going to look like. Would I accomplish my big, bold goal? It allows me to be open to other opportunities that I may not have been looking for if I had not, if I didn't have fresh on my mind what my day is going to look like when I reach my goals, how I'm going to feel when I reach that particular goal, and what things are a priority to me as I move through my day. And it's so interesting because I wrote down my goal and I started talking, and then I realized that there was something else that I wanted to add in there. And so it ended up being like a few different things. And I'm telling you, ever since I did that, the different ways that I've been moving has been so interesting. Like I know that I want to do my Bible reading in the morning. That was the goal. Did it happen every single morning before I started doing this? No, it would happen later in the day, or sometimes it wouldn't happen at all because the day gets busy. Well, since I started listening to that, the fact that I say that in the recording and I hear it every single day, it's like a no-brainer to me that I am going to get up in the morning and do my Bible reading. And then the ways that I'm looking for talking and connecting with other women so that I can have more one-on-one clients, and what other assignments that I have that I can take care of them in a way that feels good to me, because I'm now looking for those things because I hear how I'm going to feel and what my day is going to look like when I reach specific goals. So that is the first thing with the morning routine. Record yourself. Make sure that you take 90 seconds, 2 minutes, whatever it is, because you do have that. You know, if you really think about it, the amount of time that you might hit the snooze button could be the time that you can use to sit still on the edge of your bed. Just wake up, slide your legs off the side of the bed, put in headphones or put it on speaker, and just play that to give you the little push you need to get out of the bed so you can start doing the things that you need to do that will help you and support you in the goal that you set, that you just heard yourself talk about in the present tense. So that's one thing that you can do. Make your morning routine, or add to your morning routine, just something that takes 2 minutes, that's already pre-recorded, but regulates your nervous system in a way that you're like, okay, I'm still going to do something for me today. You have to work, yes, but do something for yourself. So mine was making sure that I do my Bible reading, make sure that my assignments for my other projects are being taken care of, and that I like go for a run, do things that I want to do, not just the things that I need to do. Which, of course, if you listen to this podcast, that's the closeout. Do the things that I want to do so I can do the things that I need to do better. So you always want to make sure that you also include something for you. Your self-care is imperative. So what about the nighttime routine? Okay. So your night routine, it tends to be, from what I talk with most people who work from home, is that you wake or you finish your work, you close the laptop, or you don't close the laptop and you keep working, especially if you have a business. But if you work for someone else, you close the laptop and then you go to the couch, if you're not already on the couch, and you turn on the TV. Well, that's not necessarily a good way for you to decompress. You can, like, it's a numbing thing, but it's easy, right? How does that support your goals, though? How does it make sure that you're doing something for you? Vegging out, watching Netflix or Hulu or Peacock or whatever other movie that you want to watch, or scrolling endlessly on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, those things are not helping you to reach your goals. So your evening routine needs to complement your morning routine. So what did I do? I took affirmations, made affirmations, which there are 4 elements to an effective affirmation. They are not mantras. They are different. They are said in the present. They are said in the positive. They are not contingent on other people, those types of things. But affirmations that complement, with an E, complete, the goals that you are talking about in your new morning routine, where you're listening to yourself talk. So I already have in my Today planner that my one-on-one clients get. It's a 13-week planner, 90 days, because we work together for 90 days so they can track their goals and have their habits and everything. We go through that, and I use it myself. I love it. I created it from what I was doing using bullet journaling. And so it has all of those elements, but not too many where you want to stop using it. Because that was my thing, was I would always get a planner that was like, had either too many elements or not enough. So I had to find that middle. And I designed it. I created it. So you can purchase one if you want to. You don't have to work, one-on-one with me in order to get one. So I'll put a link to that in the show notes and also the description of the YouTube video if you would like it, want to look at it. But already at the bottom there is a place for you to write one gratitude and one personal win. And I use the personal win to record a business win. That way I know that I'm looking every day for something that I did or happened in my life that supports my business. So those 2 things, and then I write down my affirmations that also show up on my phone during the day, but I physically write them with a pen on the paper so that they come out of my head onto the paper. They're clearly in front of me and I make the strokes on the paper. It takes less than 2 minutes to do that, because once you start doing it, also You are going to be quicker during the day to find something that you're grateful for. You'll be quicker during the day to recognize a personal win. And you will always have top of the mind the one or two affirmations that complement your goal. So you'll have these new routines, this cycle of getting up in the morning, listening to your goals and what your day looks like, feels like once you've reached those goals. During the day, you'll see more opportunities for reaching those goals. And then in the evening, after you finish work or right before you go to bed, you will have already looked for those opportunities, be grateful for them, celebrate your win, and then have those affirmations that contribute. So both of these take less than 5 minutes at a time. They only require you to sit still and listen, and sit still and write for a total of like 5 minutes a day between the both of them. Now, can you make it longer? Can you have other things? Absolutely. Because like I said, my morning routine is longer than this, but it didn't do that overnight. Like, I had to decide that I wanted to start walking every morning, a full loop, at least a full loop, with the dog, and I do that most mornings, like 99.9% of the time. I mean, like a couple weeks ago or last week, I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't. So I did my walk inside, or if it's raining, I'll do my walk inside. But I do that every day. And whether you like it or not, you already have a morning routine. Your morning routine might just be getting up and rolling out of the bed and getting on the laptop. But if you want something different, you have to do something different. And that can start with just 2 minutes. But you have to be willing to do that. And that's why I am inviting you to my morning and evening routine challenge. So we're going to be doing this together. And it's not a challenge. I will take that back. Not a challenge. It is a workshop. We are going to be workshopping, because we're going to pull what your big, bold goals are out of you. You have to stop saying that you don't have any goals. You can't say that you don't want to change, or that you can't change, because you say that you don't want to change. That's what it is. You say that you can't change. So you can change, and you can be open to the opportunities, and you can have more to your evening than just watching other people's lives. You don't need to watch your life on the sideline. You can be present in it. So we will take what your goals are, 2 or 3 of them, put them together in a routine that feels good for you. So day 1, we'll talk about what you're doing, and also get down to what your goals are. You will have a little bit of homework. So we'll be also auditing what your day is. On the next day, it's going to be what your evening routine is going to look like. So we're going to create those affirmations that complement your goal. And then we're going to have a little bit of homework on that day as well. And then we're going to see on the last day what it is that you can do to make sure that you build momentum and keep doing this every day, so that you can do it long enough to see the results. So I will put the link for you to see more information about that in the description and also in the show notes, and sign up for it, because there's also going to be VIP access for you to have more accountability, as well as being able to win a free one-on-one session with me for doing all of the homework for all 3 days. So I am so excited about this one, because there's so much that is said about morning and evening routines that is just not true. You don't have to take a ton of time to be able to regulate your nervous system in the morning and in the evening, so that you can start doing things that you want to do. The things that light you up, the things that make you who you are. You are not a work drone. You are a person. And so we want to get back to that. And we can do that by making a couple of shifts in your morning and making a couple of shifts in your evening so that you can do what you want to do, so that you can do what you need to do better.